Good morning, guys, or good afternoon, good evening. I literally always think it's the morning, like everywhere, as if this was live. But I hope we're well today, and welcome to Yin-De Stress Flow. So I'm just super excited to get to do this one today, and I hope you really enjoy. All you're going to need is 2 pillows like our last yin practice, and then also a blanket as well. So you might need just 1 pillow, and that's cool as well. So once you're ready, you're going to come to find a seat in a cross leg. So if this doesn't come to, feel free to lie down as well. So coming into our cross leg, if you want to pop yourself up on a pillow, you can. So you're just lifting the sit bones and popping the hips underneath and bringing the pelvis forward, allowing the hands to rest on the knees, navel in and engaged, and spine lengthened and shoulders rolled up, back and down. And we'll take a nice big deep inhale here, and as we exhale, we'll let it go through our mouth. Again, a nice big deep inhale, filling up the whole body with breath. As you exhale, letting go. And just making sure that the spine is long, and as if there was a piece of string lifting and lengthening you up through the crown of your head. Allow your shoulders to roll back and down, creating this really nice space across your chest. You might like to join your thumb and your index finger together, opening the palms, bringing the energy into the body. So our class today is based on de-stress. So I want you to take your big inhales, filling up any tension or thoughts that you don't need. And on your exhale, allowing them to release through your mouth. So again, a nice deep inhale, filling up breath. A nice big release. And just doing that a couple of times yourself. Any thoughts or distractions, allowing yourself just to let go of them for now. Notice how you feel physically, energetically, and emotionally. Start to connect to the Ujjayi breath. A deep inhale through your nose. Mouth stays closed. Exhale through the nose. And if that feels just uncomfortable for you, then feel free to breathe out through your mouth today. And as we come into our first yin posture, keeping the spine long, you can allow the eyes to open. Just dropping your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Just making sure if you need to pop yourself up onto the cushion a little bit more, just making it nice and comfortable for you. So right ear is down towards the right shoulder. Left hand can relax on your knee. And if you like, your right hand wraps around your back, and it might find the other side of the hip as you continue to allow your right ear to drop towards the shoulder. We're going to take a minute here releasing any tension in the side of the neck. Take a big inhale, filling up with breath into the left side of the neck. If you've been doing maybe a lot of sitting or driving, it's definitely a spot that we can sometimes neglect, but we hold so much tension here. And just breathe into that tension. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Then very, very gently release the hand and just bring the head in. Take a little pause here in the middle. Just noticing how the left side of the neck feels. In Yin, it's all about becoming aware of how your body feels. And then we'll go to the other side. The left ear drops down towards the left shoulder. The left hand wraps maybe around the back towards the opposite side of the hip or just the back. If you're struggling to reach, don't force. And we'll take a minute here. Keeping the spine nice and long. Engage the lower abdominal so you're still drawing back that lower belly. And just notice how it feels on this side. For me, it's a little bit more stuck than the other. Deep in your inhale and deep in your exhale. Last couple of breaths. And very gently release. And allow ourselves just to sit for a moment. Taking in both those feelings from the left side now and the right. One big deep inhale. One big audible exhale. And then very gently you can open your eyes. You can release your hips from the pillow if you're on it like me. And we're going to make our way onto all fours now. So coming onto all fours, if you do want to set up that padding for your knees, we're going to use it later. So we might as well get going with it now. Halving your blanket and just popping it across your mat. And then from here, we're going to come down onto the belly. So allowing yourselves to come down onto the belly. And again, this might be as well a point for you to pop the blanket underneath your hips so that you've got a bit more comfier and that you don't just feel your hip bones in the floor. And then relax your toes. Just come up onto your forearms from here. And from here, we're going to open up through the chest and the shoulders. So we're going to bring our arms wide. This time we're going to cross our left arm across the mat. So the fingertips are coming towards me. And then we're going to take our right arm across the left one so that the right fingertips are going towards the back of the room. And then from here, you can just allow your chin to rest on your right arm. And this is a really nice way to release back of body, shoulders, and open the chest. And you can stay here, or you can take those eagle arms, allowing your fingertips to join your thumb to hook. Your elbows are resting on the floor. And take a breath here. Allowing your shoulders to draw away from your ears. And you might rest your head now on your wrists, or you might be lower down. And you can allow your chin to rest on the top of the right arm as well. Breathe. If you need to pop your arms with a cushion or a blanket, you can do that as well. And we're going to take 2 minutes here. So take a nice big deep inhale now. And as you exhale, letting go. Allowing the space between the shoulder blades to feel open at the back. So today we're de-stressing by releasing tension through the upper body. Neck, shoulders, upper back, chest. Really breathe into the back of your body. Deep inhales, deep exhales. And if you can, allowing that forehead to rest towards the hands, or chin to rest towards the upper arm on the right side. Your forearms slightly moving away from your face as you relax your head. And take deep breaths here. Fill up back body. And you've just got about 20 seconds here before we unravel. Keep allowing your head to relax. And then very gently you're going to lift the head, unravel the arms, come back to where you began, and then take the right arm over and the left. We'll reach our arms back and turn on the side of our temple and come into a residence pose. So just very gently allowing yourself to come back to your natural state. Notice how your arms feel, your shoulders, your neck. Notice your breath towards the belly. And then very gently turn the head back through center. And we'll bring our hands back in. And this time from here, we're going to do the opposite side. So we're going to allow our left arm this time, or the right arm even, I'm mixing up my right and lefts. We're going to allow our right arm to come across towards the back and the opposite hand to go over. No, I'm wrong. We're going to go the other way. Excuse me. We're going to allow our left arm to cross over and our right arm to go under. That's it. It's early. So the left arm is reaching back, the right arm is reaching, or the right arm is reaching under and the left arm is reaching over. So just make sure you've done the other side now. You might be mixing it up like me. So from here, you're going to either stay here and rest your chin, or you're going to come in to find your eagle arms. You can attach or relax, whatever feels good for you. And again, you can pop your elbows up onto a cushion to make this comfier, like that they're elevated, or you relax them towards the floor. And if they don't relax towards the floor, that's when you might need that cushion. And you can allow your chin to relax towards your left shoulder and your forehead to relax towards your forearms. So you're allowing the forearms to move away from you. And let's take a nice big deep inhale here. And let's exhale to let it go. So now we've sorted out our right and lefts, or I have sorted out my right and lefts. I'm the teacher here. We're just going to allow ourselves to just be. And if that just isn't happening for you in your arms, just please feel free to just come back to this one when the palms are pressing down into the floor, because it's still a great one. It's still going to open up. And you're just going to allow yourself to relax into this space. And like I always say, if at any time it feels just a little bit too much, just feel free to dial it down a little by releasing the hands. Play with your edge is something I always think about in Yin, so play with what feels right for you. And deepen those breaths into the back body. Big inhales, big exhales. And you can come out of it and come back in if you need to. And just another couple of breaths. And then as you release, just allow your arms to come back to the first one. And then unravel from there, reaching them back. Turn on the side of your head and look to the opposite side now, so this time to the left. I've got this right and left thing down now. Allowing everything to return. And when you're ready, you're going to take your hands by your ribs, turn your head back in, push the floor away as you take your hips up and back. And from here, we're going to take a downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder width, knees are or hip width as we tuck the toes, slide the hips back in space. And this should feel a little bit nice on the hips, the spine. We're going to lift onto the tippy toes as high as we can. Exhale, press the heels down to the earth. And just keep moving like this with your breath. Eye gaze to belly. And then from here, lower to your knees. I hope we're doing good. And then from here, we're going to relax our toes. Keep our butt lifted and just walk our hands forward so that our chest comes down towards the floor. So I tend to say we're walking the hands towards the top line of the mat or past the top line of the mat, and allowing our chest to release towards the floor and our head to release towards the floor. Our knees are underneath our hips and our butt is lifting up and back rather than back towards the heels. So just make sure that the butt is still in line with the knees so that you're in puppy pose. We're going to take about 2 minutes here. So if you do need to, you can pop your forehead underneath the pillow for a little bit more comfort. And that's going to decrease the stretch. So if you do want a little bit more, you're bringing forehead down. Just allow yourself now to come into this space. Feet are relaxed. Again, making sure the knees are okay. And really breathe into the back of your body, allowing it to fill up with breath. This one, puppy pose or melting heart as they call it in Yin, is quite strong, especially for across your chest. So do feel free to just come up and take a seat if it feels a little bit too much. Notice where you're feeling any tension. For me, it's the shoulders. Just get comfortable with being in that stillness. It's always quite a scary thing when we allow ourselves to be quiet. But I'm here with you. Another couple of breaths. Just do over 2 minutes. And from here, we're going to walk the hands back. Well done. Lift the head. We're going to slide our hips back now onto our heels and allow our arms to reach back, so it's a child's pose. Allow our forehead to release towards the blanket or the mat. And just take a little pause here. Notice how the shoulders feel, the chest, the arms. And when it feels good, you're going to make your way into a downward facing dog. Or if you need a little bit longer there, you can stay. We're going to tuck our toes, press our body back. This time we'll bend the left knee and stretch and straighten out the right leg. Eye gaze to belly. And then we'll switch it up, allowing those shoulder blades to spread away from one another. Coming back to just a normal down dog, soften the knees, allow the butt to press back. Eye gaze forward as you roll into plank pose. So shoulders are going to come over the wrists. And it's like, what is she doing in yin, the plank? It's really good though, just to get the blood flow around the body a little more. So shoulders over the wrists, take a breath here. Big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lower to the knees. We're going to slide our hips back and come back into that child's pose, allowing the forehead to release. When you're ready, find that downward facing dog. Slide the hips back in space. Draw the navel in. You can move around the legs if you like, or just keeping still. Gaze to look forward, roll into your plank. Breathe in plank. You might have a little rock. Switching on those belly muscles or tummy muscles. And then as you exhale, let's lower to the knees. Well done. Making sure that your knees are padded. We're going to step our right foot between our hands. So just make sure that you've got that back knee padded out enough so that you're comfortable. You might want to double the blanket up so that you've got even more comfort. Yin's all about finding comfort in the opposite side while the other one is doing the work. So we've got the front knee over ankle, and we're going to take our chest just to relax towards our thigh a little. And if you need a pillow here for underneath one hand, you can do that as well. And we're just going to take a little minute here to release the left hip and also into the hip on the right side as well. So here you're just allowing your chest to relax, whereas in Yin Yoga we want to keep chest up and shoulders back. Here we're actually trying to let the upper body relax and let the legs do the work for a change. Mix it up. I know I've said this in the last Yin class, but closing the eyes can be such an amazing thing just to connect to the breath. So really think about closing over your eyes and exploring what it feels like to come inward. Notice how your hip feels on the left side. Notice how the crease of the hip feels on the right side. And then from here, you're going to come up and take your right hand onto your leg and just turn your chest to your thigh. Twisted dragon. Working a little bit more now into the upper body. Deepen your breath. We have spent a minute on each by the end. And dragon is such a great way to improve flexibility for hips. Make your sun salutations move a little bit more with ease. I'm going to take a smile. And then as you release, you're going to very gently bring that knee back. You're going to find your downward facing dog. Oh, thank God for that, right? Gaze to look forward, roll into plank. Shoulders coming over the wrists. Big breath in and a big breath out here. A little rock if you like. And then lower to the knees. And then from here, our left leg is going to step through. Make sure that your right knee has a good bit of padding so that it's comfortable for you. And we're going to bring both our hands down. And just come into that relaxed chest, relaxed head. Again, if you want to pop the pillow on underneath the right hand, you can. It's making it super comfortable for you. Well, as comfortable as it's going to get when we're holding poses for a long period of time. Just take a nice big deep inhale through your nose. You might like to let these ones go out to the mouth. Whatever feels good for you. You can let your chin tuck if you want to really relax your head. And then twisted dragon. Left hand to thigh, turn your chest towards the left thigh this time. This time you're allowing the shoulder to roll back on the left side. Deep inhales and deep exhales, filling up your entire body with breath. That feeling of de-stress, any tension releasing from the body. In just about another 20 seconds. Really use your breath here. And then as you exhale, you're going to come back in. Very gently bring that knee back. Downward facing dog for the last time today. And just breathe here, move around the legs if you like. Notice how the hips feel. And then from here, we're going to lower to our knees. We'll just take a little hair stretch, bum to heels, chest and thighs, knees are hip width, or if you like, a little wider. You can relax the arms and bend the elbows if you like. Just notice how the whole body feels. And then very gently come forward. Well done, guys. We're going to come onto the back. Well deserved at this point. So bring the legs forward. You can allow yourself to roll back. If you do want to pop your head under a pillow, you can. But actually, for banana, what we're going to do next would be better. Hold that thought. We're going to roll back. Hug the knees into the chest. Relax the head. You might rock a little. And from here, we're going to straighten out the legs. So coming into one of my favorite yin poses or postures is banana. The best one. So we're going to bring our legs, both of our legs, across towards the right hand side of the mat. And if you can, take it far forward of the mat so that you create this banana shape on the bottom of your body. And hopefully it's easy for you to see that looking from the camera. And then you're going to take your arms up and over your head and bring them up and across towards the right hand side as well. So just make sure that your hips, you've brought them over towards the left as you take your legs over to the right. And then the arms come up and over towards the right hand side. And I like to cross my left leg over my right leg and hook the left toes into the right. And then I like to kind of work with my upper body a little more to bring that across a little more as well. So you can kind of play around with that as you're there. So just think about creating that shape of a banana. Any adjustments you might need in the hips, feel free to do that. We're opening up from the armpit on the left side, right down to the foot. Again, if it's too much with the legs crossed, you're just going to relax them. Really deepen your breath here. We've done a minute. We're going to just take another 2 in banana. For me, I think it's a really good thing, but for you, it's maybe not so much. Really deepen your inhale here. And really deepen your exhale. Breathing towards the left side of the ribs. We'll just take one last minute. Breathe a little deeper. Soften the muscles in the face. And then very gently bring the arms in first, the head in, and very slowly bring one leg in at a time. Bring your arms down to rest in a little shavasana, and unfortunately you've got to do the other side, so don't get too comfortable. But just allow your body to relax and think about all those benefits of what you've just allowed your body to do, to stretch the side of the entire body on the left. Breathe. Notice how you feel. And then we'll make our way to the other side. So you can allow your hips to pick up and pop them to the right. Bring your legs across towards the left hand side. And then take your arms up and over and bring them across towards the left. If you like, hooking the foot. If not, relaxing. And think about when you continue to allow your breath to do the work, you might be able to reach your upper body up and across a little more. So when I work with my breath, I tend to be able to find a little bit more depth in a pose. but it's never forced. If it's not there, no worries. The most important thing is to respect where your body is. Continue to breathe at home. About 2 minutes. Soften your facial muscles. If it's too much holding the wrist as well, you might hold opposite forearms or elbows. And deepen your breath. In just 1 minute now. Very gently, slowly bring the upper body in. Very gently release the legs and bring them in. Take a little pause in residence pose or your Shavasana. Noticing how the right side of the body feels now. As we prepare now for relaxation meditation. So just make sure that you're warm enough. You might want to pop the blanket on. For me, Yin just makes me cool down so much quicker. So if you do need something, get cozy and find your feet to be hip width, rolling out to the sides, hands resting on the belly or away from the body with the palms facing upwards. Softening the gaze or closing over the eyes. Taking a little moment in the stillness. Yin is a great way to bring our attention inwards, to recognize feelings or emotions we might not always feel in maybe a faster paced yoga or maybe just in everyday life. Life can be so busy, we run out of time to notice how we're doing on the inside. So I invite you now to ask yourself how you feel after opening up and hopefully de-stressing a little. Take this next minute to be still. And find a little bit of comfort in the silence. And as you start to reawaken your body, you might gently wriggle your fingers, maybe point and flex your toes. You might decide you need to stretch. Or maybe hug your knees in. And when it feels right, you can roll to one side, using your top arm to press yourself up. Coming into that cross leg, you can relax your hands on your knees or your thumb and index finger together. Find length up through the spine, crown of head. Allow your shoulders to roll back. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale out with a sigh. And this time as you take that big inhale, lift your shoulders up around your ears. As we sigh out, drop the shoulders. Twice more, big inhale. Last one. Again, notice how you feel. Notice if you feel any sense of calm, and think about any time you feel a little stressed or just feeling maybe anxious. Really focus on the present moment. Move our thoughts away from past or future. Take a couple of minutes a day to just focus on being present. And try to gradually bring that into the week. Rub our hands together. Create some heat, some fire. And once they're nice and warm, place them over your heart and transfer the heat from the hands to the heart. Feel that power within you. Your body is so powerful, capable of giving you great joy. Bring that feeling of power with you, being present with you, into the rest of your day, your week. We join the thumbs to the forehead, a sign of peace to one another, to the lips for gratitude, and to the heart for love, as we bow Namaste. Thank you very much, guys. Little clap as I always do, but thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. It's a lot of work for the upper body, the shoulders, the heart, the chest. So yeah, you might be feeling a little tension or sore maybe over the next day or two, but well done. Thank you so much for all the feedback, lovely feedback on Yin. So I just decided I'd do another one because I know that some of you really enjoyed. So yeah, keep coming if you want a little bit more Yin, let me know. And yeah, I will see you on Monday for Sweat, and I will see you next week for Yoga with Aoife. So have a really nice day, whatever you get up to, or a nice weekend whenever you're seeing this. So yeah, sending lots of love to you, and we'll chat soon. Bye bye.